Like I mentioned before, this Life School, episode 27. This is the Entertainer. My guest today is Richard Salgado. He'll be signing back on. He goes by the name of Big Daddy. And today we're going to interview him through the rich life.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened, but I'm here.
Oh, no problem, man. Like I was telling them, we're going to interview you today, so you came right on time through the phrase rich life. You see, I got rich life on my tie because rich is in your name and rich is in your heart. Let's get into this. The R in rich life for representation. Can you tell us some of the sports that you represent and some of the big names that you represent in some of the sports?
Well, our company works in all four sports groups. The NFL, the NHL, Major League Baseball, basketball, and it's a variety of so many different names over the last 25 years. Michael Strahan, Justin Tuck, Adam Schefter from ESPN, Jay Glazer from Fox Sports, Kevin Weeks from the NHL Network. The list goes on and on and on.
All right. The I is for insurance. What made you want to get into the insurance business?
Well, in the beginning, it was not something that came, out of my thought process. A friend of mine that I grew up with, he envisioned doing what I've been doing now for some 20 or more years. And we decided to start something. He ended up moving, so I got left behind, and I just kind of I ran with the baton, as they say, and that's all I've been doing. And it's been a great business. It's been rewarding both financially and personally, as well as professionally, because of the relationships, people that I meet like you. So it's been great.
Okay. The C is for challenges. I know even though you had success, you had some challenges, with the aneurysm and with COVID-19. Can you tell us about some of your challenges?
Oh, well, you know what? Every day is a challenge. I thank God. I'm blessed that I'm able to get out of bed every day, and that I'm able to have a diversified portfolio in regards to work and business. I mean, look, it's well documented, like you mentioned, that I survived a brain aneurysm in 2008. And recently I just had a battle with COVID-19. And, I was able to on both occasions, get out of bed and get back to work and do the things that I like to do. But the challenges in my business are always, educating people on what we do and how we can help them in a safe, proficient manner and economical manner where someone doesn't feel like they're being ripped off or robbed. We are we are trying to do things at the best price, in the best manner and best fashion to help our clients. So the insurance world unfortunately comes with a stigma of, sleazy salesperson, they don't care. They just want to sell me a policy, go to the next thing. And that's not how we do business. I've expanded our business to help deal with some of these challenges with my partner, Chris Muro, who's in Florida out of Boca Raton. I also have in Dallas, Colin Young and Brandon Weber. And I also have one of my college former teammates, JB Brown, who just joined us, who's based in Maryland. So to deal with all these challenges and all these different issues, I've surrounded myself with a great team, and we're ready to take on all challenges because we believe strongly in what we do, and that what we do for people is to help them, their families, and so on.
The H is for how. If there's someone out there like an athlete, entertainer, or a regular business executive, how do they get in touch with you if they like to get a quote or get your services?
Well, you can reach me at 516-532-6676. And my partner, Chris Muro, he's at area code 561-715-1510. We kind of quarterback, the two of us, all the inquiries, all the email requests, all those things that come from social media and LinkedIn and all those things. So that's the best way to get a hold of us. Our website right now is down; it's being redone, but that is www.coastaladvisorsllc.com. That should be up and running next week as we're working on it as we speak. Obviously, you know this better than most. For an insurance firm and agent like I am, I don't think there's anyone more publicized in this business than myself and our group, due to all the interviews that we do, due to the the work I do at Fox News and Fox Business News, and the interviews that I get asked to do, and I also get to conduct some as well. So it's a real interesting way to market and also stay out in front of people.
Right. The L is for looking. If someone's out there looking for a job, and the other side of it is, are you looking to hire other people that may want to get into the insurance business?
The answer to those questions is yes. We're always looking for people that are interested in getting into our line of work. What we do is I ask everyone who's looking for these opportunities and looking to get into the insurance world to speak with my partner, Chris. Again, his phone number is 561-715-1510. I will put a note out to everyone. Do not look at the picture that I paint as a way to think that your career will go. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I've done a lot of things to get where I'm at. To get in this business, you have to become licensed. You have to study. You got to pass tests. And once you have all those tests passed and designations, then we could go about, creating some sort of career path or plan for you, which is what my partner Chris does very well. And he's very well versed in starting people's careers. So he would be the guy that you would want to speak to in regards to getting into the insurance world. So yes, we are looking, and get a hold of Chris.
As for individuals, can you name just a few other individuals that have inspired you or that mentored you or that push you, to be great?
Sure. I mean, my high school football coach, Angelo Giuliano, he inspired me to work hard and not to give up on a dream. I was very fortunate to play at a very prominent, successful high school in football, New Hyde Park, which is in Long Island. And that school produced so many great athletes that went on to play Division I football, and also others, Ivy League football and other levels of football. And we had guys that went to the NFL. So I have to thank him, start with him first and foremost. And then there's Tom Rich, who is a very prominent hockey and baseball agent. Ralph Sindrich, who was another agent in the football world. And my roommate in college, Neil O'Donnell, was a great role model and became a great friend of mine. He's like a brother to me. And to this day, we still stay in touch. And then there's other people who are clients of mine who became dear friends. Michael Strahan, everybody knows that relationship. It's well, versed and told. And I look up to him a lot because he is now probably one of the most successful people in Hollywood and in daytime television, as well as, on Fox NFL Sundays. So the list goes on, and I still have people that I look up to and that are role models. And they come in so many different forms and fashions.
Okay, the efforts for fame and fortune. You mentioned uh, some of the things you're doing and you'll continue to do, but not everybody, like you said, is publicized as you are. You know, some people just look at the fortune. Some people just look at the fame, but don't have the fortune. Like, you know how some athletes, they play the game, but they ended up not sitting down and taking what you say serious. And then at the end of their career, they don't have anything to fall back on. So how do you handle fame and fortune?
Well, I'll tell you, I have great people around me that, we all have our ups and downs. And I'll give you a famous quote, a favorite quote of mine that I mentioned in an interview. I was interviewed and featured by The Athletic, which is a very prominent magazine in the world of sports. And the one thing I said in there was that an aneurysm, divorce, and COVID-19 did not take me out. So the good Lord isn't ready to take me yet. And he has a plan for me. And I'm sticking to that plan. So in regards to fame and fortune, I don't look at either one of those. I look at fame and fortune as expanding my business and letting people know what me, my partners are here to do and what we're all about, as well as the charitable giving that we do to certain charities through my Celebrity Golf Classic and my Big Daddy Youth Football Camp that is run by my brother Jimmy, who everyone knows is an assistant coach for the Buffalo Bills. Those are things that are really important in regards to fame and fortune and giving back.
All right, the last question is E for entrepreneurship. You know, you talked about coastal advisors, but there are other things going on in your life. Like you tell us about Gas It Up and Xana Juices.
Yep. Well, Gas It Up, it's funny. It was a business. He's a mentor of mine and become a very close friend and brother to me. Was founded by a gentleman named Victor Rodriguez. And, we clicked when we met. And being a minority, being, Hispanic, Victor as well is he's Spanish and Dominican. That's a hell of a combination. Just like my combination is Peruvian and Dominican. You do not see too many Peruvian Dominicans walking around this planet that stand 6'4" and are over 300 pounds to begin with. So we kind of joke around about that. And that's a company, Gas It Up, that is in the mobile fueling business that will dominate in the upcoming years. And we're looking forward to a lot of things there. And in regards to Xana Juice, I was introduced to them right before I caught COVID, coronavirus. And I started taking it right before, and I was taking it while I was sick. And I take it to this day every morning. And it helps with your digestive system. It helps with your immune system. And I swear by it. I'm now a spokesperson for the company, and we're helping them with their creative ideas in regards to social media, media exposure, photography, video, everything, so on and so on and so on. And I'm going to share that message with everyone and try to get everybody on a healthy track.
All right, that's a beautiful thing. We're here with Richard Salgado telling us about the rich life. Rich, before we go, is there anything you'd like to add?
You know what? I want to say a couple of things. One, I want to say thank you for having me on. It's been great getting to know you, and we obviously had a great time when I gave you your first NFL on-field experience at the Falcons. and getting to rub elbows with all my friends and colleagues and all that. I never. I enjoy doing that for people that appreciate it. I also enjoy doing it for a lot of youth. I one time set up a family to go to a game. My partner Chris, his brother James, we set it up so that the family could go on the field and see the players, and then to have them take pictures and send them back to me was like so rewarding because there's kids in this world, their fathers and mothers have all the money in the world and they can't experience that. To meet their athlete, to be on a field, to be in a locker room, to be on at a hockey game or arena or on the whatever, all these things, those are important things. And, it's important to me. I always say this truthfully and willingly. If life were to end tomorrow, for me, I could actually leave this planet and say, you know what? I have been, done, seen everything. I'm not missing a thing. I could leave happily and I could be up there with God and look down on the earth and say, I left the earth, but I left happy because I've been and I've done. Not many people get to do this, some of the things that I get to do. I mean, I go on a national broadcast and I talk on the number one cable channel, cable channel, Fox and Friends on Fox News. There's 10 to 20 million viewers a day watching that show. And I get to be a part of that, especially the week of the Super Bowl. I get to do that. So am I blessed? Yes. Am I fortunate? Yes. Am I lucky? Yes. I am all those things. That's why I find it important to give back and not forget where you came from, which is what a lot of people do. I will never do that. I come from Long Island. I'm proud to be from Long Island. And I will always help my friends in whatever way that I can, even to help their business. That's what helps me in my business, is that I tell people all the time, you can do business, insurance business than anybody, but can your insurance broker do the things that I do? Bring the things to the table that I do, whether it's in New York, Florida, Georgia, California, Alaska. I've had clients in Alaska. So I've been there 8 times and a great place to visit. So those are the things that I would say to people lastly. And I look forward to, catching up with you in Atlanta. I have a lot of reasons to be down there, especially with business and gas it up and personally. So we'll catch up soon, my friend, face to face. But we got to wear masks.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I appreciate it. And I just want to tell everybody out there, whether you get some Xana juice or whether you gas it up, whether you're on the East Coast or the West Coast, when it comes to insurance, Richard Salgado, he's one of the people that you should research and look into as one of your advisors. Because as he mentioned, the NFL experience, an internship with him or working with him, a day in the life, there's 3 things that you can realize in this world. There's networking, there's building relationships, and there's next level. And to hang out with Rich is next level. There's no words to describe it. No, there's no words to describe it. Money can't buy that opportunity. It's people that would pay thousands, listen to me clearly, they would pay thousands of dollars to have that experience. But he wouldn't take the money because it's not about the money. It's about the relationships. And that's what makes it next level. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Rich Life. We gave you Life Skill, Life School, episode 27. Richard Salgado himself. I go by the name of the Entertainer. And like I tell each and every one of you, live your dreams, work on your talents, develop your skills. Because when people hear what you have to say and see what you do, it may be the only school that they ever see. And until next time, I thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Life skills, life school, where boys and girls you can make it through. I'm talking to young men and women.